And welcome to our Future Falcons webinar series. I'm Karen Sanders, the Director of Admissions, and we're really glad that you're here to learn a little bit more about your state college. And so today we're happy to present the Cosmetology and Barbering programs. So in a moment we're going to start the presentation, and that'll be followed by a question and answer session. Just so you know that the chat or instant message feature of the webinar has been disabled. So if you happen to type something, we're not going to be able to see it. And at the end, we're going to be opening things up for a question and answer session. So you'll be able to ask any of your questions at that time. And now I'd like to introduce Dee Gay, who is chair of our Cosmetology and Barbering programs. Dee?
Hi, thank you, Karen. Hi, yes, like Karen said, I'm the chair of Cosmetology and Barbering, so I'm here to tell you a little bit about our programs. We're very excited. Our next class starts August the 24th, and we are meeting face-to-face. Of course, safety is our first feature, our primary concern, so we are meeting according to CDC standards, guidelines, and protocols in place, but we are doing a small cohort face-to-face. Wearing face masks and social distancing, of course. So we are very excited to be back in class and, skill building and doing everything that's required. Start, I don't know if you can see my PowerPoint. Let's see. Going on here.
Let me see if I can move it for you, Dee.
Okay.
I am just changing, and hopefully it's sharing now from my computer.
Okay, and then you want me to take over as the presenter?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay, so I'll start off telling you a little bit about cosmetology. So our cosmetology program, we have new classes starting every fall and spring. Like I said, our fall class will be starting August the 24th. Just so you know, we have limited seating in that class. We do have some seats offered, still open right now. It's offered on two campuses, Daytona and Deltona. Our Daytona campus has day and evening time slots. Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 3 are the daytime hours, and then 5 to 10 at night, Monday through Friday. And Deltona only has day classes. And then our barbering, same thing. New classes start every fall and spring. Our Daytona campus is the only campus that we offer barbering. And we do have day and evening classes for that program as well. Our barbering and cosmetology classes, it's 5 levels. So you register in the fall for 1 and 2, and then you would register in the spring for 2 and 4, and then you would complete in the summer of 2021. Same thing as if you registered in the spring for classes, you would do 1 and 2 in the spring, 3 in the summer, 4 and 5 in the fall, and then you would graduate in December of that same year. So 5 classes, it's financial aid eligible, Pell Grant eligible. It's also, we do not accept dual enrolled students at this time, but you can come into our program as long as you're 16 years of age. But to qualify for financial aid, you would need a high school diploma or a GED. Okay, and so once you do cosmetology or barbering, we have what's called a bridge class. All right, so it's a barber bridge or a cosmetology bridge. That way, with 240 additional hours, you can become dual licensed. You can become a cosmetologist and a barber, or a barber and a cosmetologist. So a lot of people always ask, some questions that we get is, well, what's the difference between a cosmetologist and a barber? All right, so the difference is a cosmetologist can cut hair with a razor and everything, but only a barber can use a straight blade on the skin. So that's the only difference. And so with the barber bridge, we teach you how to shave, how to, use that straight blade on the skin, and we go into some more advanced clipper cutting. If you're a barber and you want to bridge over to cos, we go more in depth with the chemicals, with coloring, and with nails and waxing and things like that. So, and that would be your main difference. All right, so let's talk a little bit about our tuition and lab fees. So I know I always talk with a lot of students. I always say, why did you choose Daytona State? And the number one reason is the cost. We are a third cost of private schools. So same curriculum, same everything, it's just that we're state funded. So, we're a lot less money. The second reason is our alumni. We're very proud of our alumni. We have a lot of alumni that are out there who are working in salons and barbershops, who own a lot of salons and barbershops. So we're excited about that. Like I said, we're financial aid, Pell Grant, and there's scholarships available for our programs. The entire cost of the program for cosmetology and barbering is around $3,200. That does not include your uniforms and your textbook. Our students wear, as you can see on this slide, there's a picture of one of our students right now. This is David. He's in our barbering program. Our students wear black scrubs, tops and bottoms with closed-toed shoes. Your shoes can be any color. And then your textbooks. For barbering, it's a textbook with MindTap Access. It's an access code that comes with your textbook. And then there's an exam review and a workbook. Cosmetology is the standard Milady textbook with the MindTap Access code, and then there's 4 accompanying workbooks. So that's not included in the tuition and lab fees, but we do recommend the student, purchase all the workbooks because it does help you. I'll tell you a little bit about MindTap. MindTap Access is an access code that comes with our textbook. It is required, and it's a great resource for our students. It will actually read the textbook to you. It will read it slow, medium, fast, and it does it in a couple different accents also. But it's a great learning tool because if you get to a word, and I'll just throw one out there, pediculosis capitis, you can wave the mouse over that word, and it will pronounce the word for you, and then it will tell you what it means. So pediculosis capitis is the technical term for head lice. That's trichoptilosis is another word. It's the technical term for split ends. So it really helps our students because it helps them with vocabulary that they might not be used to or they've never heard before or anything. So it also lets you take practice tests. It has flashcards, videos showing you, sanitation, disinfection, and things like that. And as you'll see in this picture, the kit, we get a lot of questions about the kit. Your kit is included in your lab fees and tuition. We have them here at the school. They're distributed the first week of class, and it has everything in it that you'll need. This particular photo is of a barbering kit, and you'll see there's like 5 sets of clippers, there's shears, combs, brushes, water bottles, blow dryers, flat irons, curling irons. Same thing with our cosmetology kit. You get fabulous blow dryer, flat iron, curling iron, hair cutting shears, thinning shears, brushes, combs, and then you also get 4 mannequin heads. So you start off working on mannequins, and then in your 3rd level, we actually do the public. So we have clients that come in and we practice on clients under the supervision of a licensed instructor. So that way you get that full experience so that we prepare you to go into the workforce and start, doing clients. All right. Talk a little bit about our service learning component of our program. Daytona State has a lot of great programs, and we're really proud of all the programs we have here. We have WDSC, which is a TV production program, and our students participate in that. So not only do you come to school, but we network with this entire college because there's opportunities out there. There's a lot of career choices for you to make in barbering and cosmetology. Sometimes it's not just standing behind a chair, or it could be owning your own salon, but there's other avenues. So we go to the TV station every fall and spring. We do 2 live shows a week. We actually do the hair and the makeup of those shows. We actually had our own show last spring called Good Looks. You can catch us on YouTube. We had 11 episodes. It features our students. So if you'd like to go and view those, you can. And students always say, well, what am I going to get out of this? And I always say personal enrichment. But we've actually had a student go and get a job at TV 45 in Orlando. So, you can do hair and makeup, for TV. And then you'll see a photo of the News Journal Center. And at the News Journal Center at Daytona State, we have a theater production program. And they put on 2 plays every year in the fall and the spring. And we work with Samantha Stern, and we actually do the makeup and hair for those shows. So it lets our students realize, how it is doing theatrical makeup and hair. And then you'll see the photography student with the camera. We work with our photography department, which is right across the walkway here on our Daytona campus. And we work with the photography department, and we do 2 sessions a year with them also to let students know if they would be interested in doing some editorial work. So it's a great learning thing. Our students love it. The photography department, they come up with a theme and a look, and then we provide the hair and the makeup. And our students realize, they do this during class, and then a lot of times they do it after class. They go to on location for some of these photo shoots, and they realize, it'll take 8 hours sometimes to get that perfect photo or that perfect look that, that they're trying to achieve. So our students really enjoy doing this, and it's a great learning tool, and lets them realize, there's a lot of choices that you can do. We just had a student, one of our alumni, recently graduate, and she owns a salon, and all she does is weddings. She specializes in weddings, and she's booked out, for months at a time. So there's a lot of choices that you can make for this, path that you're on, this career path. All right, and then community. We do a lot of community outreach in our program. The students are really on board with this. It's a passion of me and our instructors. I always believe when you have a skill, you should give back to your community, pay it forward. I believe in, instead of building a higher fence, we should be building a longer table. So we like to help out in the community. I'll tell you about some projects that we've done just in the past year. We've partnered with Turry T. Small Elementary School and Champion Elementary School, and we do cuts for kids. Our last event at Champion Elementary, we did over 195 elementary school kids. We did haircuts and styles for them. We got a lot of feedback from that. The parents loved it. Our students loved it. We actually go to Champion Elementary School, and we do these cuts and styles and everything. We also do Project Picnic. One Sunday a month, we go to Sanford, and we go to this Project Picnic, this organization. It's actually run through the Methodist Church, and we do haircuts for the homeless. And we haven't been going since everything going on with the pandemic, but the last one we attended was in January, and we did about 42 people that day. We also do Hope Place here in Daytona. It's a shelter for displaced families that are getting back on their feet. We go there and we do haircuts, and I want to say we did over 50 the last time we went there, and that's families with their children and everything while they're waiting to find a place to live here in Daytona. We also do haircuts for the homeless. We do community events. We've gone to Jackie Robinson Stadium, done haircuts for healthy kids, YMCA, things like that. And it started out just giving back, and then we saw like our students learn so much from this. And it's so funny because we'll plan an event and it takes a long time, to organize and get it all together. And then as soon as it's over, the students they're so excited. They love helping. They love giving back to their community and, making everything better. And the first thing they say when I go down the hall is, when's our next event? When's our next event? And I'm just trying to get over the event we just had, but, they're ready for the next event. So we plan one every semester so that they can experience that. All right. And then in our program, you graduate in 1 year. Like I said, if you start class in August, you graduate in July of the following year. And when classes start in January, you graduate in December of the same year. So, like I said, we have a lot of alumni out there that, do hair and work or own their own salons and everything. And they're a big source of our students, how we get new students. All right. And then we also have a pathway with our program. And this is very exciting. So you can earn 23 credits towards an AS in industrial management in our program. We have already had some students take advantage of this and have already completed their AS and are working on their bachelor's degree now in supervision and management. So we are very excited to be able to offer this. So there is a pathway, to further your college career. And we tell all of our students, become a lifelong learner. I'll give you a great example. I've been doing hair a really long time, and people didn't foil hair at the time, or so you have to be a lifelong learner to keep up with all the changing trends, and everything changes. Nothing is constant. The only thing constant is change, right? So I always say be a lifelong learner. Go back to school. Education is important. I continued my education, and nobody can take education from you. So you're always going to learn more, grow more, and everything. So, and we do have that pathway, so that is very exciting. All right, so I'm going to open it up to see if you have any questions or comments. Like I said, here's my information. You can email me at d.gay@daytonastate.edu. Call. I'm in building 510 on the main campus, room 114. And I'd like to say, I'd like to welcome you, to come, give us a call, make an appointment, come in for a tour, look at our facilities. We have a state-of-the-art facility here at Daytona State. It's very nice. I'll give you an example, we train you for the workforce. So we have a reception area where clients come in. Once that client comes in, checks in, we have the students go up front, they get the client, they go back into a lab, which looks like a real salon. We have a barbering lab, looks like a barber shop. And then they do the client there, they do the consultation, perform the skill, on the client, or the service, whatever the client's requesting. You can look up our menu of services under Daytona State on the website. And we do a lot of services here, very inexpensive, just because, you know, our students for the practice and everything. But we do prepare you for the workforce. When you are finished with the program, you will take a state exam through the Department of Business and Professional Regulation. We actually file that paperwork for you. We walk you through the process. And then we're very excited to announce that Pearson VUE here at Daytona State College, you can actually take your state exam through our testing center now. And we just had one yesterday take her state board exam, and pass. And so we were very excited about that. But we do offer that here at the Pearson VUE Testing Center. But I always say we do everything but take the test for you. We file the paperwork. We get you ready. And I will say this, if you've ever struggled to find a job, once you have this license and you're good at what you do, you'll never struggle for a job again. I've already had a barbershop call me today and a salon looking for people. Our placement rate is over 70% right now. Very high placement rate, very high pass rate on our exams. So I have barbershops and salons begging for stylists right now. So it's a great time, to be getting a new career in this field and in this industry. So, but I'll open it up and see if there's any questions or anything, or if I forgot anything.
All right, we are just opening up our question and answer session. So at the bottom of your screen, you should see tabs, and one should say presentation and the other says Q&A. So if you click on the Q&A, then you'll be able to type your questions in the box and we'll be able to see them. So I'll give you just a moment to go ahead and put your questions in. I do want to thank you, Dee. Very good information. And just a couple reminders. I know that you went over the time frame, but summer B classes start on June 29th and fall classes begin August 24th. And registration is open now for both terms, so if you haven't done so already, please be sure you apply to Daytona State College and go ahead and get registered for your classes. And, we are here for you. We are back on our campuses. We're offering student services by appointment, so you can call any of our areas to make an appointment or to schedule a tour. And all of our services are available fully remotely, so you can give us a call, you can talk to us via email, and we can support you through the entire enrollment process however you would like. So I'm not seeing any questions coming in. I'm going to, at this point, I'm going to try I see one. All right. Do you teach how to give facials?
Yes, we do. That's a great question. Our cosmetology program is hair, skin, and nails. So we do teach how to give a facial. We also teach how to give facials in our barbering program also. In our barbering program, we teach the students how to give a basic facial. The barbers also give a hot lather shave. And men, if you have not had that, it is truly an experience with hot towels, and it's so relaxing. And in our cosmetology program, we not only teach a basic facial, but we have a 17-in-1 function machine, skin function machine. We teach 16 of those 17 modalities. The only modality that we do not teach is skin tag removal, because it's literally a scalpel that removes the skin tag and then it cauterizes the skin to stop the bleeding. We do not teach that. It's out of our scope of practice. But we do teach the other 16 modalities, such as microdermabrasion, Tesla high frequency, skin scrubber, hot and cold hammer, Woods lamp, things like that. So we go into a little bit of depth into the skincare. So, and that helps, you can test out on these modalities and get a certificate at the end. And then with that, you could work in a medical spa setting or in a spa salon, doing more advanced facial procedures. Thank you.
And our next question is, in nails, do you teach acrylic nails?
Yes, we do. We teach acrylic nails. We teach a basic manicure, pedicure, acrylic nails, and then we go into some of the wraps and fiberglass. And it is part of the requirement for the state is our students have to do 3 sets of acrylic nails to complete the program. And so as we don't do them on the public, we do the manicures, pedicures, the paraffin, the gel polish, and things like that on clients, but not acrylic nails. We actually have rubber hands that we do those on. And then we will let the students do them on each other, but we do not offer that service to the public, but it is something that we teach. Thank you. That was a great question.
And so please be sure you click on that Q&A tab at the bottom where you can type in your questions at this point. We'll be happy to review anything. A question about if you want to do cosmetology and barbering, do you have to do those separately, or can you just kind of continue, or how does that work?
Okay, well, we have our bridge program. So once you complete cosmetology or barbering, and then you get your license. The prerequisite for the bridge class is that you have to have a Florida license in good standing. So once you have that license, you can come into our bridge program, and for just 240 additional hours, you can study, and become dual licensed in whichever license you don't have. An example would be you've gone through our cosmetology program, and now you want to do our barbering bridge program. So you would sign up. The class is offered in the fall and the spring, and it's Monday through Thursday from 10 to 2, and it's 240 hours. And then once you complete that, you sit for your licensing exam, and then you become dual licensed. And a lot of, I forgot to mention this, but we network with a lot of the corporate salons, Great Clips, Hair Cuttery, Smart Styles, Regis, and they come in and they do presentations for our students, and they hire barbers and cosmetologists to work in those salons. So we have two females that own 31 Great Clips in Volusia and Seminole County, and they will hire every single graduate we have if that graduate wants to go work in Great Clips. So, and it is an advantage to become dual licensed because, like I said, a cosmetologist cannot use a straight blade on the skin like a barber can.
And do you teach hair extensions?
Yes, we do. We teach all phases of hair extensions. We teach you how to sew in hair. We teach the bonding method. We teach bead method. And we also, we have an instructor that will teach caps, how to make wigs. So we go into some depth on that also. Hair extensions are a big business right now. We also do the tape methods. So anything, like I said, anything that's trending and popular, we teach. We also teach you how to do Brazilian blowouts, Dominican blowouts, and things like that. And we also teach old school. So while you learn all the new trends, you also learn the old things like finger waves, pin curls, roller sets. So, and we always say, students like, well, nobody wears a roller set anymore. Well, you'd be surprised, and just like finger waves, all it takes is one celebrity to bring it back on the red carpet, and, everybody wants it. But we teach that because it is the fundamentals of styling hair, and building dexterity in your fingers and your hands and everything. So, like I said, we teach all the new trends, and then we also teach, the old school things. So,
at this point, I am going to enable the microphones for our guests because I have a feeling that some people aren't able to see the Q&A. So, at this point, our guests are unmuted. And if you would like to ask questions, you are welcome to, or you can mute yourself back up again, whichever way you'd like. We do have our admissions phone number if anybody has questions. It's 386-506-3642, or you can email us at admissions@daytonastate.edu. So we'll wait just another moment to see if anybody has any questions. Again, you're welcome to just speak up at this point. Well, again, we want to thank you so much for joining us for our webinar today. We are going to have a variety of different webinars that, have to do with the college as a whole or with specific majors. So please visit us at daytonastate.edu/webinars to see our upcoming schedule and to register in the future. And again, have a great day, and thank you so much for joining us. At this point, we're going to stop our recording and end the webinar. Have a great day.
You too. Thank you.